Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Dirt 3. Let's continue the race. We're in the semifinal and I think we've got one more race to do.
60. Medium right, very long.
So this race is going to be kind of a tough one to start right there. It's a little narrow. Or at least it was for a little bit there.
Medium left, into, medium left.
Still trying to learn how to drive this, drive properly.
Easy left.
Of course,
Over bridge.
if I don't
40.
floor it, then I won't get the
Medium left.
challenge. And if I don't get the challenge, then I won't get the 2,250 rep points, which I kind of need to collect that every single time.
40.
And
Crest into.
on the casual setting
Medium
here,
right.
it actually seems like you're better off just going all out and letting the
Easy left
game
into
auto
building.
throttle you than it
left on
is
exit.
to
Crest into. Medium left,
to
open.
try to slow down yourself. The game is too perfect. I wish there was
80
a way
over
to
concrete.
lower the difficulty.
Jump, flat, medium left. Under bridge and over bridge.
Let's see, under and over.
Medium right long.
I guess we did go under and over a bridge.
To finish.
So we're going to finish, and I don't think I got the challenge. But the challenge may have been beat the first position with 1 extra second, too, so...
Your fans will go nuts when they see that. Let's post it on YouTube.
You can see there, I am, what is that, nearly 18 seconds faster? Let's continue. I really think these races are going to have to get a little bit more difficult. I mean, they don't have to. They can stay here. But the amount of time I'm putting into this is kind of weird. If I know or get this feeling that I could beat all the races for the entire single player without even trying, and that's really where I feel we're at, is that we will just...
60.
So it was flat out there at the beginning.
80. Under bridge. Easy left. Keep in.
Let's see if we can
Easy right.
floor it the whole time here.
Medium left. Into. Medium left.
The car feels very controllable, but that all goes out
Easy left.
when you start doing intermediate.
Easy left.
It seems like the game has decided to
Over
stop
bridge.
suggesting I increase the
Medium
difficulty
left.
also. Maybe it's because I did increase the difficulty and did a couple of races on that. Maybe it's because
Medium left.
it
Very
was
long.
only going to say that a few times.
40. Crest
Somebody just took
into.
my picture there and it
Medium right.
made a flash from the crowd. That's an interesting
40.
effect.
Easy left into building. Easy left on exit. Crest into. Medium
Just
left.
follow
Open.
the green line. But there's definitely something to be said about a game like this where it's just simplistic.
Jump.
And
flat,
racing
medium
in
left.
particular, there's a on
Under bridge
casual,
and
there's,
over bridge.
there you go, finally got it.
40. Medium right long.
There's something nice about that. A lot of the games I play are puzzle games, a lot of games I play are action games, and anything like that adds this level of challenge. Even a lot of the hidden object games that are supposed to be simplistic often have difficulty spikes in them, making them more difficult than they should be. So if this is gonna keep it easy, that would be cool. Because I'm not really expecting much of a challenge from a game like this. I want to be able to at least place. My expectations would be that I would at least place. in every single race that they have to offer. Still very much not feeling
Welcome
like
to
these
Shibuya.
races
Neon
are
lights and busy
very
streets
different.
define this epic city circuit in one of Tokyo's liveliest districts.
This
You'll be
is a
driving
new
in the skid
racetrack.
marks of giants and legends from past dirt tours. So get ready to join the elite.
And see, because this is Dirt 3, there should be more tracks already just from Dirt 1 and Dirt 2. You shouldn't ever lose cars or tracks in a numbered series of race games. I mean, if you lose the license to cars, then you should potentially make up new skins for the old models. But ideally, you wouldn't want to lose licenses. This, in a weird way, is kind of one of those licensed games, like a sports game, like football, NFL, NHL, a lot of the EA Sports companies. Somebody just spun out there. And the difference is, instead of licensing all the NFL teams, you're licensing the car makers' models, which I imagine car makers with some moderate concerns are more than willing to license out themselves, probably for more money than they're worth, just so they can sell new models of cars. That's kind of the only reason why they have a lot of these races go on anyways, is to make the gearheads, the car fans, interested in buying cars. And sure, the people watching these races probably aren't going to buy the exact model they see on the racetracks, but they'll see Mobil 1 and go to Mobil 1 gas stations, or they'll see Fiat and think about buying a Fiat car. And there's some brands that means a lot to them, so they sponsor a lot, and some brands that it doesn't really matter to them. For instance, like Ford, you don't see very many races with Ford F-150s or F-350 superchargers racing, because those trucks from Ford sell pretty good already, and the people that want them usually know that they want them because they want a truck bed for some kind of probably job reason. Whereas a lot of the racing cars and a lot of the sedan style cars mostly look all the same, and so it's more difficult for the car companies to differentiate themselves. Also, cars these days are so focused on being airstreamed, so that they move faster. They've lost a lot of the artistic design that they would put into car bodies in the old days. Some of the really old cars probably ran horribly and had a ton of drag, but they look good. Now everything looks very much similar. Very rounded, sleek edges. And inherently, I think there probably is a issue that's going to get worse and worse for car companies.
This will really help raise your driver rep.
Because car companies are, as cars become more and more automated, I bet we stop buying different models of cars as much, and there'll just be the standard Google car, or maybe 5 or 6 different models in total that people choose from, and that means car culture is going to die, and the next generation of people aren't going to be very interested in driving cars, or even maybe not even learn how to drive. They probably still will in the next generation, but the next one after that, who knows? So the thing about this Gymkhana Academy, there's a K in there, is I think we're going to do something really crazy with the cars, and we're going to have to figure out what this is. We can't go any further until we're done, though. Now, as you look here, the other 3 sections are missing. So, welcome to the Academy. Smash blocks are the easiest tricks out there. Just smash as many as you can in the available time. And we're going to be driving a Ford Fiesta Gym 3 for 1,000 rep. And this is one of the medal races where you can get bronze, gold, and platinum and silver.
Okay, ready for your big surprise? I want you to meet your new Gymkhana instructor, 3 times X Games medalist and YouTube sensation, racing superstar Ken Block.
Hey, what's up?
If you haven't seen this guy's videos, you're missing out on some really sick driving.
Is this
Ken
a real
is the best
YouTuber?
Gymkhana driver on
I
the
don't
planet,
know.
and he's also one of the sport's biggest innovators. He single-handedly raised the profile of the sport.
Come on, Christian, you're making me blush.
Just telling you how it is, my amigo. Okay, so once you learn how to do Gymkhana, we'll start setting challenges for you. So be sure to pay attention to everything Ken says.
All right, let's get you out there and up to speed. This is gonna be fun.
Nice. Welcome to Gymkhana School, Ken Block style.
Brought to you by Monster Energy Drink. And he drives off into the sunset. So I think I'm going to have to drive around and hit boxes. And 40,000 points are what we need. 200,000 points for platinum. And
What
this
better way
is
to
going to be
begin
kind
Gymkhana
of
training than
like...
by smashing things? What's
like-
this all about, Ken?
Well, smash blocks is the simplest trick you're gonna learn about. Just drive into them and you'll get points for each one you smash. Simple as that.
Yeah, I
Maximum destruction.
don't think that
All right,
there's like...
Ken's showing you how it's done.
something like
Just
this in
smash
the
enough
real
blocks
world.
to get a bronze medal and move on to the next tutorial. Go smash it.
See, even if you were going to have like cardboard boxes and have an event like this, I just feel like it would be too dangerous. Oh, and I'm going to have to really control because this time the game is not going to help me at all, is it? This is all on me. So I'm going to have to really control the car. There's no line here. There's no auto throttling. There's none of that happening. And no extra points for doing that. And see, I'm in a circle. And that got me silver.
Props, dude. You're a natural at this.
And so if you get silver, you automatically get bronze. Let's try that again. Yeah. You would just kind of mess up your front end, I think. Even if you were hitting foam things. Like... I just can't imagine that you would have any kind of race where they would encourage that type of stuff. It'd just be too dangerous. Tried to use the handbrake there. It worked moderately well. Like really slow here. Gold.
Look at that finish. I knew you had a gold medal running you.
So I guess we'll try one more time, but I don't think I'm gonna get platinum out of this. I just don't see that happening. I'm surprised I'm making this much progress. Because you've got to go fast. And you've got to not make mistakes. And see, a handbrake turn there that ends up sliding is not gonna work. And hitting all of this and all of this and missing every single one there. And see, when you start doing stuff like this, it's too slow. So you would have to handbrake around that thing. And see, I've got 6 more seconds and I'm messing up terribly. Mike, can I continue driving around here?
Silver really is your color.
So, my thought there, that's a fine little arcadey thing. I guess it's fine to hit things. We still haven't gotten into the idea of crashing into other cars, so this is still surprisingly kid-friendly. And jump tutorial now. Jumps are in order, are the order of the day this time. Score as many points as you can in the available time to get air off the ramps. And it's the same car again. And again, I just don't think race cars would allow you to notice that is actually a Ford, and I was talking about how you don't see Ford F-150s at Ford 350 superchargers. That's true, but you do see Ford sedans here, which I think that's what those cars are called. If it's not a truck, it's a sedan or something like that. I don't know. Don't even know that much about cars. But yeah, I seriously doubt any race would encourage you to do jumps.
This is what I'm talking about. Jumps and getting tons of air. Any tips for our driver, Ken?
Very,
Well,
very
they're really
dangerous.
pretty easy. The trick is to find the right line into the jump. Get as much speed as you dare for some big air time. Be careful though, as you'll need to keep it under control on the landing.
So the further you fly, the higher the score. Look out for the triangles to tell you how well you did. 3 triangles means you aced the trick and got maximum points.
So this is not even that much. And I guess what I'm trying to do here as I'm crashing is to get as much air, so you gotta kind of turn around after this point, handbrake, turn around and jump. And it's little
Good thing
jump.
nobody saw that. You better figure out what went wrong.
And see, that was not enough there. So we go here, air, handbrake, go this way, handbrake, get it nice and straight, handbrake. So you really got to get the... Here we go.
Nice driving, amigo. Mucho grande Gymkhana skills.
And what's weird is I think I can actually get a platinum here. Let's try it. I think I can actually get a platinum here if I can just manage to not crash. So go here, handbrake. So the problem mostly comes from just things being in the way. I guess I can't. That was a pretty good run.
Looks good on you, superstar.
No, I was only 1,000 short. Let's try again. I'd like to actually get a platinum, even if we're playing on casual. I don't know actually what changes too much, or how different it would really be playing any other ways. I need to tap the handbrake, is what I'm really realizing here, instead of holding it. Because there's getting that shot. Nah, it seems like
Way to bring
timing.
home the gold.
Seems like timing's not gonna let me succeed there. I need something with. I need to figure out how to do a sharper cornering and drifting. So we'll move on to the next one. With that race and that race, though, I kind of feel like we very possibly may succeed enough to actually get a platinum on one of these. And is this the perfect time to be doing this? I would say up to this point we've seen a little too much repetition of racetracks, and then we saw some Shibuya show up and we raced it like once, and that seems odd.
Drifting. That's how you get the crowd going. Tell us how it's done, Ken.
Okay, these are drift gates. There's a few different kinds, but they all work the same way. Just slide through them fast and with the car at an angle. The faster and the more sideways you drift through the gate, the more points you'll score.
Awesome. Go get your slide on, amigo.
This will be interesting, because it's not quite like the race before. I may struggle just to even get a bronze here. So we need to do something like this. The issue here is actually drifting through these things. And see, that didn't seem like a crazy difficult. But I need 25,000 and I've got 20 seconds. And see, I need in the next 5 seconds another 5,000 just to get a bronze. That was bad.
Oh, that wasn't quite right. Watch how Ken does it and try it again.
See, and I wish they were actually showing me something there when they say, watch how Ken does it. That's just missing from the game. Totally. I guess I could watch the tutorial though.
Drifting.
Oh, there is
That's
something
how you
you
get the
can
crowd
watch it.
going. Tell us how it's done, Ken.
Okay.
No,
these are
this
drift
is the
gates.
same one.
There's a few different kinds, but they all work the same way. Just
So
slide through
this
them
is what
fast
they
with
meant
the
by
car at an angle.
watch
The
him
faster
do
and
it
more
is
sideways you
show
drift through the
me
gate,
this
the more
video.
points you'll score.
Awesome. Go get your slide on, amigo.
So that's as much as they're willing to explain. Yeah, and the game doesn't explain enough. It's tutorializing kind of late in the game. This section feels like it should have been unlocked after the very first race set, instead of having to unlock all 3 of them. I don't even know which way we're going here. Let's see, any power slide that ends in anything that ends with me crashing takes so much time out of the way. And I suppose what this really comes down to is, can you start your drift well, can you not crash, first of all? Can you start your drift with this and then do a full circle? And the answer for me is no.
Awesome, man. I knew you'd be
At
great
least
at
I was
this.
able to do a donut there. I am not great at that. I'm noticeably bad at drifting. And so there's not even really a reason for me to try further. And this is one aspect of this game that tells me this isn't really a game for me to go pro on or even attempt, because those drifting levels, man, every single one we've seen. So what I'm saying is, I think after we had done these races, which I don't even think we had, well, I guess we did have to do the Historic Cup. No, we didn't, because we could have skipped it. So at minimum, you do 3 regular rally races. After that, it should have unlocked Gymkhana, and let us try that before we have to do these other ones. Which it did unlock Gymkhana eventually, before we had done all of them, but it was a little bit later than it should have been, considering how drastically different these races are to all the other rally races, and that would have helped a little bit. Now I'm hoping once we beat this, we go to like a whole nother set of races, but even if that's the case, that means a lot of players could easily not even beat this first section and never even see those extra races. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work, and it doesn't seem like they're going to even bother to explain it. Oh, they are. Good.
Now, spin zones look impossible to me. A real demonstration of precision driving. What's the trick of pulling these off, Ken?
Well, the spin zone's actually one of my favorite tricks. You need to drive into the marked area and get the car into a controlled spin. The more you spin, the more you'll score. The key is to approach slowly and at an angle. Then turn in and use the handbrake to get the back end out. Keep your foot on the gas and steer hard to keep it going.
The longer the spin, the higher you score. If you max it out or start getting dizzy, just straighten up and drive off. The crowds love this stuff.
I think I'm going to go bad here. And see, I feel like we need to go in at an angle. And I need 10,000. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. You need to go in a little slow, they say, and then handbrake it. And like, I've driven a lot of cars, and you know what? Making them spin is not something you usually want. And I have had the cars spin out on me under ice and snow, and frankly, it wasn't fun. It was potentially deadly. So go in here and... Do I have to get the highest score? Alright, we made it to bronze. And frankly, that's way too close to drifting.
Dude, that was
me.
a sick performance. You totally can do this without the trick steer assist. Why don't you try turning it off the next time you're in the service area? You can always turn it back on later if you think you need it.
Oh my goodness. It's been helping me the whole time? And I'm still doing this badly? Wow, do I suck. I am terrible at these tricks. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if rally car racer players still would be that good at it. I just think that's a different style of video game player. I think there are one group of racing enthusiasts that want rally car racing, which is driving the car in a pretty appropriate manner to manage to get the best performance and driving you can do. And then there's trick driving, which is all about driving your car in a completely inappropriate manner. And that's very, very much two different groups, and it's odd that this game is mixing those two groups. So we need to do the donut trick to unlock this, and I barely passed the spin tutorial. I barely passed the draft tutorial. I hope I'll pass the donut tutorial. Now my fear is now that I'm not actually going to be able to do the next Gymkhana thing. If there is a Gymkhana anywhere in here, which you almost assume that there has to be, I can see a shadow of the X Games right there. If I can't skip that somehow and unlock these other things, I may actually just be stuck with this and only this. And if that's the case, ooh, that's not going to be good. We'll have to find out next time, though. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.